Man, they got plenty. You in the sports mix with Kenny, news and knowledge. A lot of dope techniques make kids become scholars. You need to tune in. A lot of hot topics. When it comes to sports, Kenny sounds like a prophet. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. Plus, he keep you up on all the hottest trends. Plus, you never know who he has as a guest. So grab a cold one, man, and just tune in. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. You in the mix. Sports mix. You in the mix. Rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. You in the mix. Sports mix. You in the mix. You rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty.
Can't you see the tears roll down the street?
Woo.
Sky's crying, baby.
Sky's crying.
Sky is crying. Good God.
On Christmas morning, if your kid wakes up to this game,
Woo.
Oh, man. There's been some tough times in this city here. Damn. We ain't even get to talk about the Cincinnati debacle.
Oh, man. That's right. Debacle is right.
And we ain't get to talk about that one. And then we get another one.
Yeah.
Right behind it. The Steelers.
Double whammy.
Oh, a whole lot to decipher in that game. I'm going to just say that.
Yeah.
Whole lot. Oh, we got some YouTubers checking in. Good evening. Make sure y'all subscribing. Thank you. Share all them comments. But Kenny Kringle in the building. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
Into the Christmas spirit.
We
I ain't
need
giving y'all nothing. I ain't giving away nothing.
Santa can help out help the Baltimore crew out. Appreciate Santa showing up.
Look at this guy. Already, I kind of figured he would be up for this one. This guy. How was the game? I'll tell you, but them Steelers fans, they show up certain weeks. We ain't heard from them in a couple of weeks when they were taking them L's, But hey, good game, I guess. Good game. Give me a like if I shout you out. I don't know. What was that? I don't know. Sissy Poogie. I don't even know how to say that. Well, good evening. Let me do this. Let me put your comment up there. Now, give me a shout out. Yeah. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it, man. Steelers fans talking crazy already. What a game. What a game. You know what? I was kind of rendered speechless.
Yeah.
I ain't had that kind of emotion after a loss in a long time. I was really sick Sunday. Like, how I be always saying the bed wasn't cold and the steak wasn't good.
Yeah.
I don't even think I ate nothing Sunday night. Especially coming off what happened Thanksgiving night.
Which was absolutely ridiculous.
Ridiculous. In both home games. Wait a minute. Wait. Slow down, Pittsburgh. Slow down. Slow down. Talking about they are who we thought they were. Slow your roll, buddy. Slow your roll, because I didn't hear a peep from you for the last 3 weeks. And remember, we do play y'all again at the last game of the season. So slow your roll. It's just a game. Enjoy the state. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My man Billy Samuels, what's up? Say, let me see. Billy say they took that game from the Ravens. Yeah, it was a lot of hanky panky going on in that game. And we definitely want to talk about that. You know, I'm not one to make excuses. You know that I don't be talking about what the referees did, but some of that stuff was just ridiculous. They did come back and say they made a mistake on the field goal attempt when they called the dude for the personal foul.
That was a crazy call.
Crazy call that was like a 4-point swing.
Yeah.
You know, instead of 3, they get 7. What they end up losing by? 5. You got the missed extra point. That's a tie game right there.
Yeah.
You know. So
talk about likely.
Well,
about that play.
What is your take on the play? On that particular the touchdown that wasn't a touchdown, that was the touchdown that wasn't a touchdown. What was your thought? What was your thought?
I thought it was a touchdown. I looked at it. I said it's a touchdown. He had that ball in his hand for quite a while, and I don't know. The refs came back and say. Yeah, so I don't know, man. It was an interesting call. Again, likely, man, he should have tucked the ball away. Wish he had grabbed it and tucked it away and hugged that bad boy, especially with the play that had happened previously with him losing it on the half-yard line. Mm-hmm. You would think he'd be holding that thing super tight. But yeah, man, crazy call. Yeah, man, I don't know. You can't make you just can't let that happen.
Nah.
As a football player, man, you just can't let that happen. And again, particularly after you've just fumbled the ball on the half-yard line going into the end zone. So tough call, but I blame likely.
Yeah. Landon checking in. What's up, Landon? He lost the ball on the second step.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definition of a catch, it seemed to change by the week. I mean, you got to make a football move. I thought in the end zone, all you had to do was catch it with 2 feet. I thought. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It almost took me back to Lee Evans.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? It took me back to Lee Evans. It's like he had it for that split second, and just enough for the defender to knock it out. And I don't even think the Pittsburgh defender didn't hit the ball. He hit his arm.
Right.
He was swiping at his arm.
He never hit the ball. Right.
Never hit the ball. And likely 2 games in a row. Costly.
Yeah.
Costly, man.
Yep.
And I wonder, because we might throw a conspiracy around here and there. 89 got paid.
Yes, he did.
89 got paid. So I don't think that's a good sign for likely.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
They re-signed the aging tight end, who is, the Ravens all-time leading receiver and all the things that he's done. But I don't think, because likely showed some promise. He showed some promise, man. But I think, that signing is not a good thing for him moving forward. I don't think so. He didn't have possession of the ball. That's why the refs did. He did have control of the ball. He just dropped it. He had it and held it, and then he dropped. He didn't hold it for the third step. He had it 2 feet down,
Right.
and dropped it. You know, and listen, don't be all interactive with the show tonight, Steelers fan. Now you want to be all front and center with all the comments tonight. Now you got a whole lot to say tonight. You know I'm gonna get on you. Yeah, you want to be. Don't you gotta get up at 4 o'clock in the morning? Go to sleep, man. You gotta go to work tomorrow morning. Hear all this Pittsburgh foolishness. Not tonight. The city, we got the blues right now. The sky is crying, is what the song said. The sky is crying. Let me see. Who are we to argue with the professional refs? Wow. Now you like the referee. You know what?
We ain't gonna argue with the refs. It is. They made that call. It is what it is.
Yeah. He on to the next game.
Got the L. Yeah. And it was a weird game, man. The game was pretty weird to me in a sense that the Ravens rushed for over 200-something yards in that game against them. The Steelers only rushed for 34 yards against the Ravens. I mean, that's like 217 yards to 34 rushing the ball.
Yeah.
And typically, man, when you run, if you're able to rush the ball like that, the Ravens is basically almost unbeatable in the past under those circumstances. But you know, Aaron Rodgers threw for 284 yards. He even ran for a touchdown in the game. So weird game. Some crazy calls. Hopkins was in the end zone. Lamar was throwing the ball to him. He was wide open, and Andrews went up, tried to make the grab, and kind of messed that play up. He helped Pittsburgh out there. I mean, Andrews, man, he's starting to, be on the end of some crazy stuff here, man. Damn. You supposed to show off after you signed that contract.
Yeah.
But Lamar again, man, he's still not looking like himself. He threw that crazy pick. Tried to lob it over the guy's head, and he went up and snatched it out the sky. We still not seeing the Lamar Jackson that we know and love. We know he hurt. We know he injured. We can tell the way he's moving that he's not himself, and he's been that way for a while. Still looked like he was able to drive this team and was ready to pull this game out. Just didn't work out like that at the end. Had him driving at the end, couldn't get it done. Big loss, knocking us again out of first place and out of the playoff at this point and pushing the Steelers up in there. We knew that the Steelers was having some trouble, and Mike Tomlin possibly could be, playing for his livelihood, and these guys was coming. They was coming hard, and that's a big loss, man. It was a big loss, and coming on the heels of that Cincinnati game, the Cincinnati loss was even worse.
Worse, yeah.
Man, that was some embarrassing stuff against Cincinnati, and so the Ravens, man, I don't know, obviously that offensive line is just subpar. It's ridiculous, man. I know they highlighted our boy, big boy, on one play, man. He filet. What do you call him?
Filet of fish.
Filet of fish.
and Shannon Sharp, you owe me some residuals because he called them fish fillet.
Is that what he called it?
Yeah. He said, "Yeah, I wish I could play that clip."
Yeah.
He said, "Man, he too big to be that terrible."
Yeah.
I mean, he just terrible, man. I mean, And then Ocho Cinco say when he was talking about the the bad play on the line, Ocho Cinco said, "Tell me it wasn't 77. I hope it wasn't 77." He said, "Man, he always show up on the film."
Wow.
You know, 77. So they know 77 is the weak link.
Yeah.
And wherever the weak link is, that's where the pressure coming from. You know, that's where the pressure is coming from. And now Ben what's his name? Ben Cleveland.
Cleveland, yeah.
Is suspended for 5 games. It ain't but 4 games left.
Right.
So
yeah, you're right.
boy.
You're right about that, Landon. Andrews is not Kelsey.
Man, Ravens need old D-line, secondaries, and receivers. You know, there we go. Here we go. Here we go with this guy. You know, hey, I hope you oversleep tomorrow. You know, I hope you oversleep. I hope the clock don't go off and you're late for work. You know, just rub it on in. But you're gonna pay for it in the morning.
And man, you know, I still think that Eric DeCosta needs to take some blame for this O-line being in the shape that it's in.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ravens, they let 3 of their starting 5 offensive linemen go before the 2024 draft.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they traded Morgan Moses,
yep,
right tackle. They John Simpson, they let Simpson go, and they let Zeitler go. 3 of them gone. So obviously, getting that offensive line back together had to be, you would imagine, a priority. And here we are, you know, struggling. Falele, yeah, drafted as a tackle. Big man. To me, right away, I could see that he could not handle that tackle position. His feet just weren't quick enough. And I said, maybe he can do something on the inside. And they ultimately moved him to the inside, but he's still struggling there too. What's the other guy on the other side? 72, Voorhees.
Mm-hmm.
And he's nowhere near as good as Simpson was. Nowhere near. It's just I mean, of course, Falele is not a Kevin Zeitler. Solid. Mm-hmm. Zeitler was just solid, man. Super solid. These guys are somewhere else playing. I know Simpson is still with the Jets. Zeitler is I know he signed with the Lions. I don't know if he's still there or not with the Lions. And Moses went to the Jets, and then he also signed another contract and went over to another team over there. So those guys are still out there. I'm pretty sure they're looking at the Ravens saying, "See, they should have let me go." But I put a lot of that on Eric DeCosta. I think going into that draft in 2024, I'm pretty sure offensive lineman was heavy on their radar. But when the first round came down, I don't think that it played out the way they thought. I thought they thought that they probably would be able to get an offensive lineman in that first round. They did not get that lineman. They wound up getting the corner from Clemson on that first round draft pick, and they wound up not getting an offensive lineman until they got Rosengarten late in that second round. I haven't been that impressed with him this year. He seemed like he played better last year than he did this year, Rosengarten. So, and Lamar, man, he's been beat up this year. That O-line haven't been able to protect him. He's been beat up, injured, man, missing a bunch. If Lamar was healthy throughout, we would like to think that we wouldn't be messing around at 6 and 7 right now. We would, I think he missed like 4 or 5 games. We would think that we would have won some of those games. But when Lamar goes down, man, this team, man, is not that good.
Now, if you've been watching all season, And I know, we got some people that check us out every week. We talked about DeCosta and his role in the start. We talked about we were going 1-5. We talked about Eric DeCosta when all the talk is about Harbaugh, should be fire Harbaugh, but he got to take a lot of that because he put the team together. And the team is definitely weak on the interior on both lines.
Both lines.
Both sides of the ball, the team is weak. We don't get the push. When Ndukwe went out, am I saying his name right? Matabike?
Yeah.
When he went out, that was a big hole on that defensive line. So you really haven't replaced his production on the defensive line. The offensive line got holes all up and down it.
Yeah.
The offensive line is just bad. And 77 is going to take a lot of the heat because, again, he like Ocho Cinco said, like Landon said, he always at the scene of the crime. On the film, he's always around when something not good is happening.
Yeah.
So again, man, Eric DeCosta, and again, I don't listen to a lot of sports radio outside of what we do. I don't really listen to a lot of other people locally. So I don't know what the scuttlebutt is on his job and his job in putting this team together. But I know we talked about it, and not just 1 week. We talked about it for a couple weeks. That he got to take some of the heat for what's on that field right now. The players these are guys that he picked. He handpicked these guys, and so they got to do a better job. Number one, drafting. Getting the right free agents in here because it's a combination. It's not all draft, but you got to get the right free agents. With the respect to, I think Landon said it about Lamar being overpaid. Lamar not overpaid. He's paid what quarterbacks are paid.
Yeah.
He's paid what starting quarterbacks are paid. So he's definitely not overpaid.
Mm-mm.
But and he's in position now because the cap hit is going to be so high next year. He has to restructure, and I think they set the deal up initially for it to play out this way. When they get to the 26th season, that's when they will go in and renegotiate. You know what I'm saying? And again, Lamar's really got he's holding the cards. So you heard franchise type players, I know because you got a lot of these talk shows or podcasts now. So I know, Shaq talked about it in basketball where he was the guy and he had to kind of wield his power a little bit to make some things happen, So Lamar, man, really got to go in there and say, hey, I'll be willing to restructure, but what's that offensive line going to look like next year? What is the plan to get me some help up front, right? The same way Ray Lewis did it. If people remember, Ray Lewis said, hey, get me somebody in front of me to keep them big boys off me. And they go and draft Haloti Ngata. You know what I'm saying? And all was forgiven. So again, man, Lamar in a position to renegotiate. Yeah, you got to go in there and say, hey, you want me to play ball, y'all got to play ball too. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I need. This is what I need in front of me so that I can be at my absolute best. So, the season's not over yet. But the prospects are not looking good for the remainder of the season. They don't have an easy game left. You got Cincinnati this week. You got New England. You got Green Bay, and you got Pittsburgh. None of those games are gimmies. New England is playing better than anybody anticipated they would play this year. First place in the division. They could be first place in the American in the AFC. If I'm not mistaken.
I think that's who Morgan Moses played for now too. New England.
Yeah. So you got New England. You got Cincinnati that playing a lot better with their starting quarterback back.
Right.
Green Bay. They're not lights out, but it's Green Bay, and we got to go to Green Bay.
Yeah.
You know, and of course you got Pittsburgh again. So
Right.
again, man, these things, man, are let me see, man. They say Deshaun Watson destroyed the QB contract situation. Explosive runs are over, and he misses too many passes for 250. Well, again, I would say I'm gonna go out and say Lamar is not playing 100%. I'm gonna go out and say that. Whether I'm right or wrong is that's just my opinion. I don't think he's playing at 100%.
No.
And I think he definitely is injured. He's hurt, because if he's injured, he wouldn't play. He's hurt. And there's a difference, hurt and injured. I think he's playing hurt. And the fact that the offensive line is not helping, that's playing into some of the production from my perspective. And everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That's what I see. That's what my eyes see. That he is not, he's getting hit more than he should be getting hit. That's the first thing. There's not a lot of room for improvisation, because somebody's always on his neck. So again, I mean, we all entitled to our opinion. That's just what I think. I think he's playing hurt. I think that the offensive line lack of production up front is hurting him. No, I get it. I get that everybody's hurt this time of year, but I think Lamar is legitimately injured. He's not at his prime. We know that he had an issue with the leg. So we know that. So I don't think that the leg is back. He's back enough to play, And again, and sometimes too, man, we forget. This team started out 1-5, right? It take a lot out of you to climb back up and to get even. So they got back to 5-5, 6-5, 6-6, now 6-7. So they've been playing streaky. So they had a run where they lost 4 in a row, 5 in a row, right? They had a streak where they won 5 in a row. But I think this is who they are this year. You know what I'm saying? I think this is who this team is this year. This is not, the expectation was high going into the season. We thought that the team was primed and ready for a run. And again, the offensive line, injuries and situations, and the defensive line not being what it needed to be. You've had some key players out during key stretches of the season. It's been a tough season. But again, I'm not gonna sit here and make excuses as to why the team is what it is. The team is what it is because this is what they put out there. This is the team that they put on the field. You know what I'm saying? And offensive line, Falele was an issue last year. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen for him this year. He was a problem last year. You know what I'm saying? And what did they do to address that? Right? So they gave him the starting job. So again, that was a problem before the season. He was a problem before the season. And if we knew that here, and I know, Dean, you was always talking about Falele since last year.
Yeah.
You always had brought him up. Even when I wasn't even paying attention to him, you always brought up Falele. You know what I mean? And so he been a problem since last year. So again, we are here, for various reasons. It was an ugly game Sunday. It was an ugly game Thanksgiving. It's just been ugly. The last 2 games have just been straight up ugly. How about that? How about that? Myles Garrett, man, he looked good in purple. Man, he would look good in purple. I know that's not.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point, Landon making, because I don't think we sacked Aaron Rodgers at all.
Nah.
0 sacks.
Nope.
0 sacks. And speaking of sacks, Lamar Jackson is 7th as far as being sacked this year. But I mean, how many games did Lamar miss?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. 4? Did he miss 4 games?
3 or 4.
3 or 4 games, and he's still up there near the top and being sacked. So Josh Allen haven't missed any games, and they sacked around the same amount of time. So the offensive line is poor play. And then when you look at Lamar Jackson's previous years, there's no way that you can look at this year and start talking about him missing passes and this kind of thing. Yeah, it's happening, but it's not because of Lamar Jackson, the player. Obviously, over the last several years for the Ravens, he's been a magnificent quarterback. And anybody who has watched him over the years know that there's something wrong with Lamar this year. We know the offensive line is piss poor, but he's also playing with injuries. He had a hamstring injury earlier. He had a knee injury, a toe injury. I mean, the guy has had a lot going on. And when you play, and a lot of times when you're dealing with a lot of injuries throughout the season and missing games like that, it can throw your rhythm off. I still have hope that Lamar can snap back, get healthier and be able to get back to himself. He seems to be a little bit reluctant to run. He seemed to be holding the ball a little too long, things like that. His timing is a little bit off. That little flip pass he tried to drop over the guy's head came up short. Some of those things are happening. I've seen where he'll go back to pass the ball and his check down person will be over there wide open, but he's continuously looking downfield. Lamar seems to be in love with the longer passes, when I think sometimes we might just need to, hit the check down guy and just keep the ball moving. I'm not giving up hope, but like you mentioned, the rest of the regular season is going to be tough. I mean, coming into the season, we didn't really look at Cincinnati and Pittsburgh as being that much of a problem. We know they division games, but we didn't really look at them as being teams that we would struggle against. They started talking about how our record was, our schedule was soft in the second half. But now you're looking at New England, and of course Green Bay is always tough up there. And now you're looking at Cincinnati with Joe back and the Steelers just beat us. So it's tough. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I agree. And again, the Harbaugh, fire Harbaugh has been, thing all season. I don't particularly sit in that camp. I look more at upstairs. I just look at the team that he has put out there. We talk about because I've heard some people talking about the offensive coordinator, some of his play calling, and you can question everything when you're losing games that you feel like you should win. Question everything. Question everything, man. Wait a minute, man. I got my computer glasses on. Did he say Huntley may be a better passer? Now, no offense. That's not that Mervo education talking.
No, he's saying with the explosiveness not there, with the injuries there. Maybe Huntley might not be a bad choice to go with. It's not Mervo now.
I'm just checking.
I get what Landon is saying. I get what he's saying. Huntley played well in that that one game. I guess who did he beat? Chicago or somebody? I don't know. Huntley had a real game against somebody.
Yeah, it was Chicago.
Chicago, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
All I saw was Huntley may be a better passer. What are you talking about? What's going on here? Yeah. Slow down, buddy. Slow down. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough, man. I really want. It's probably. I know. I text you. I'd ready to go live Sunday.
Yeah. I saw that late. Yeah, I saw it.
You know?
I laughed when I saw it.
Yeah, because I'm in for it to be funny.
I was hurt.
My tone would have been way different.
No, that would have been real interesting though if we were able to hook that up and go on.
Yeah, my tone would have been way different Sunday right after that foolishness.
Yeah, I was messed up. Yeah, I was messed up, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was screaming on Thanksgiving, man. Man, that game Thanksgiving, bro, man.
Yeah, man,
that was ridiculous, man. All them turnovers.
Yeah, man.
The hell?
Yeah, we, Joe Burrow. I mean, that was his first game back. Boy, he looked like he was in MVP form.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's just bad, and then you got two back-to-back division losses like that. You man, it's just not good, man. It's not good. It's not good. I'm trying to use my words. I don't want to go into my bag and drop the bombs like I feel like cursing a lot. And I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to go off.
Yeah.
That's why I put the hat on and
Yeah, that was a good move on your part. Good move, man. I think, yeah, because people are hurt, but they see, they see the Santa hat and all that on, man. It helps, man. It helps. It helps, man. You opened up with the blues.
Yeah, because we felt it.
Yeah, man. That's good.
The down home blues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. The sky is crying is what the song said.
Oh, the sky is crying. And man, you don't want to give up on the Ravens, and at the same time, you don't want to admit to yourself that this not a real good team right now.
Nah.
I mean, it's tough to say that, and you don't want to think that, but man, based on these last two games, man, it's like this team is not playing good football right now. And we all know that Lamar can make that offensive line look better if he's in better condition. At this point, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. They're not looking good. They clearly don't look like Super Bowl contenders right now.
Oh, no.
We came into the season, man, with some serious expectations with this team, Again, man, when I look at DeCosta, I think about the kid they drafted from LSU. That's an offensive lineman. I ain't see him on the field at all this week when he was playing the previous week or two playing. I didn't see him at all. I mean, what does that say about him? I mean, I know he's a rookie. He's an offensive lineman, and he may have played tackle. But if he can't get no time with Voorhees and Falele playing the way they're playing, what does that say about him? That they drafted him in the third round.
Right.
So I don't know, man. It's again, I'm looking at DeCosta. I'm looking at 3 offensive linemen going, and not really being able to replace them, whether it was bringing in somebody or the draft. And here we are.
Where's Ozzie Newsome?
I think he's still around, right? I don't know if he's still on the payroll.
Yeah, I know he's on the payroll, but I mean, he needs to get back in that room. Get back into that, whatever his, again, Eric DeCosta, well, like love him or hate him. The thing was, we're gonna force Ozzie into a semi-retirement and pay him well because we don't want to lose DeCosta. We've been grooming this kid pretty much since we got here. He's had a couple roles in development, player development, college scouting, all that. and they wanted to, pay him and put him in position before they lost him. And he's been in the position for a few years now. And, again, we starting to see the fruits of his labor. We are seeing the fruits of the DeCosta labor, man. And and I'm trying to be serious right now, man.
You want to side us? Oh Lord! Now see, Landon was making some good football comments up until this point. Here we go.
Here we go.
He was making some really good football comments that showed, he's paying attention and he know what he's talking about.
It did take long, did it?
Yeah, he take long.
It didn't take long. He back. He back. Welcome back. Welcome back, Landon. You've been gone for a couple of weeks. But
Landon, did you play O-line or D-line in college?
Look, and I'm for real. Oh man. Boy, I tell you. I tell you. Where would you be without friends like this? Where would you be? Where would you be? But anyway, my guy, Eric DeCosta, man, to me, his job. Look at this. All right, bro. I believe you. I believe you. Let's talk offline.
Right.
I might not have time. I'm too busy. I got things going on. But anyway, to me, man, Eric DeCosta, his job need to be examined thoroughly. And really, I mean, if coaches come and go. We know this. Harbaugh been here for 16, 17 years. Is it time for him to go? Could be, it could be time for him to go. But bigger than that, you got to look at the guy bringing in the groceries. As they say, the guy that's shopping for the groceries, the guy that's making the decision to bring in the players, right? You got to look at his job too. And again, I know in Baltimore we tend to, fall in love with people and hold on to people, that again, the last Super Bowl, Ozzie Newsome was the GM, if I ain't mistaken, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I know DeCosta had a role, and I remember a few years ago, this was way back. There was some rumor, when people were, and this was before the second Super Bowl win. There were some people in the media, local media, that, would say, well, the rumor really is that DeCosta's really making all the moves. And Ozzie Newsome wasn't, what people were saying he was. Well, we see how that turned out. He got another Super Bowl. And again, they all work together. So again, DeCosta is the man that's pulling the strings, but he got to have the right people under him too. The college scouting guys and the guys that scouting free agents, and they got to have that room intact. So again, you can sit at the head of the table, but what are the guys that sitting around the table? What are they bringing? And the same thing with a good head coach. You just as good. You only as good as your assistants. The guys that's helping you stir the pot, put them ingredients together. And so, with the people in the Harbaugh camp, that Harbaugh got to go. Again, what are the guys that's around? And we know Zach Orr has been on the hot seat since last year.
Yeah.
Again, another one on the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? What's the offensive coordinator's name? I'm terrible with names.
Yeah, me too.
But him.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. You know, his play calling has been called into question quite a bit this year. You know, there was a play Sunday. I think it was like 3rd and goal before Lamar ended up getting sacked at the end of the game. When they called a play and it looked like Lamar just kind of stood there and he faked it to one of the running backs and
Yeah.
I mean it went for nothing. And I'm like, man, what the hell kind of call was that? In that situation.
Yeah.
In that situation, what kind of call was that? You know, again, I'm sitting here, Joe the fan, as I'm watching the game, and I'm just trying to okay. So Landon was a first team All Metro
O-line. Okay,
O-line.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe we can sign you up, Landon.
Yeah.
You think you can create some holes for the running game? Derrick Henry probably bigger than Landon.
He probably can outplay for Lele and Voorhees.
Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a Beanie Allman sighting. Beanie Allman coming to the table with Todd Monken. Thank you, my brother. Killer Rob, as we know him.
Yes.
Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, you know, these minds, we be blanking up here on names. I'm terrible with names.
Yeah, it get like that, especially after a loss.
Oh, man. What you telling? What you telling, man? I don't remember nobody's name at the loss. Whew. Yeah, but, you know, it's just come to that point, man. Like you say, man, this is not a good football team. We're not looking at the expectation has gone down tremendously.
Yeah, no doubt.
Tremendously.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, let's look at it for what it is, man. And again, man, the team, the organization, you want to see them finish out strong. I'm not one of these ones. You know, you got people talking like tank the season and try to get a good draft pick. I'm never in that camp. You know, I'm never in that camp talking about tank the season out. No, sir. Play it out, man. Play to win. You play every game to win it.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't believe in that. Let's tank and get a good draft pick. Nah, do your job.
A new season, man. Once you get into them playoffs, and as you can recall, I don't think the Ravens were playing that well when they won that Super Bowl in 2012.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, during that season, Flacco wasn't doing all that great. Caught fire at the right time.
Well, yeah, and again, most people don't remember that.
Right.
They remember the end result. They think we went 16-0 that season.
Right.
You know, some people don't remember. I said, man, I was just telling somebody the other day, we backed into the playoffs that year.
Yeah.
Back then, because they were not playing good football in December.
Right.
You know, that was the Ray Lewis with the antler juice. And,
yeah.
You know.
It's my last ride.
He came back and said, this is my last ride, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, here he go with that. You remember AB's name. I don't even know who you're talking about, man. And don't put a name in there. You might be watching. Might be watching, man.
Who's AB?
I talk to you offline. we had talk offline. You know what I mean? Landon troublemaker, man. Landon troublemaker. Thought you was my homie. He go ahead and starting trouble, man. Look, here he go. And we were playing good, and he started hanging in tournaments with the co-host.
Yo.
Oh man, yeah, man. Hey, I feel a little better now. You know, it's Tuesday. You know, I digested it. It's over with, man. It just, you know, we. I was on my way to the Key Bridge. I just wanted to look. Though. I just wanted to look at the water. I wasn't going to jump. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to look at the water.
Right.
You know, yeah. I like water, so I just wanted to go peep at the water. And, you know, just ponder and look at the harbor from the view. You know, the view from the harbor and all that stuff. You know, yeah. I feel a lot better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel a whole lot better. You know, the Cincinnati's on the clock. We try to get some
Boy, that damn
some
land.
get back.
Land crazy as hell, man.
Yeah, he don't stop. He don't stop. Hey, wait till we go out somewhere. And I'm gonna make sure I let you know, Dean. Yeah, we going out somewhere to hang out. This brother don't stop.
Yeah.
He don't stop. He don't stop, man. I had the nerve to take a road trip with him.
Yeah.
You mean?
Yeah. Count me in.
Yeah. You know, I had nerve, and I drove.
And you drove.
You know, I drove. You know, yeah, good guy, that Landon Saunders, good guy. You know, but yeah, man, it's the Ravens are not a good football team, and there's no way to sugarcoat that. We're gonna put it just what it is. They just not a good football team.
Yeah,
and I mean, I'll be watching every week, you know, and I'll be here on Tuesdays, you know. In my Santa hat, you know, I'll be here.
What you got to say about our any comments on our place kicker?
I don't like him. I don't like him.
The hell?
I don't like him, man.
I mean, what's the problem with getting that ball in the area that you're supposed to get it in on the kickoff?
Yeah, I mean, bad enough you missed the extra point
Again,
you know, but then to kick the ball and then go out of bounds, like, come on, man.
what is that?
Like, come on, man. I mean, you are a kicker. You only have one job.
Dang.
You know. And I don't know, man, whether they are trying to strategically put the ball in certain places on kickoffs.
It ain't working. Whatever they do.
Whatever it is, it ain't working.
Ain't working.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, I wanted to say so bad Sunday, man, if they call Tucker tonight, you know, call Tucker tonight, man. I know where to find him at. You know, I know where he at.
You know he watching.
Yeah, he watching, but he watching on his stomach.
Right.
You know,
that's the
he
problem.
watching on his stomach with a towel wrapped around him.
That's the problem.
You know? Yeah. But Tucker, man, bring Tucker back in here to finish the season. And I'm surprised nobody else had picked him up yet.
Yeah.
I know he still can kick it.
Yeah, you know he's been trying to stay in shape, ready for it.
I know he still can kick that thing.
I think that stuff is really heavy, and teams are avoiding it. It was interesting. He went down to try out, I believe, for the Saints because they had let their kicker go, and they picked somebody else. Then he went and tried out for another team, maybe the Rams, and the Rams picked the Saints kicker that they released over Tucker.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what the story is there.
And you think you know how this NFL work, man. I just wouldn't put it past them that the NFL put it out. Hey, we ain't fooling with this dude. We ain't fooling with him this year.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bring him in, try him out, but we ain't fooling with him. He bad for the brand.
Yeah.
You know, he bad for the shield. You know, same way that they told nobody to draft Shador.
Right.
You know, I mean, in transitioning to Shador Sanders, it is clear that he's not a 5th round talent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we knew this draft time. We knew that he was a second round draft pick at the second round at the lowest. But it's clear that he is not a 5th round draft pick. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't see the game. I didn't get to see the game, but they said they took him off the field when they were trying to go for 2 at the end of the game. They would have tied the game up.
I missed that.
Yeah,
I saw highlights.
Yeah. I saw the highlight, but they tried to run like a what you call them plays with the running back.
Wildcat.
They try to run some Wildcat stuff. I'm like, yo, this kid just balled out. He had 3 touchdowns.
He was
ran for
good.
one.
Yes. Yeah.
300 some yards.
Yeah.
And you take him out. Come on, man.
He made some great throws, man. Some great throws.
The kid is clearly not a 5th round draft pick.
And you can say that, and know what you're saying is true because we watched a lot of Colorado football.
Yes.
We know what the kid was doing.
Yes.
We know he could play. So when we're sitting here saying we know he's better than a 5th round pick,
yes,
that's from watching all of those Colorado games. The guy was balling.
Yeah, he played out and he balled out. And you got people that picked him apart because he was, he threw the ball. They had a lot of throwing, a lot of passing plays. They didn't run the ball a lot. But again, Colorado was a team who offensive line was bad. That was stated pretty much from day one that the offense and defensive line were bad with Colorado. And yet he still put up gaudy numbers in Colorado.
Yes, he did.
Again, man, to say that the kid didn't deserve to be a top pick is just ludicrous to me. It's just ludicrous, man. I thought it was some nonsense from the beginning. Tucker stock dropped from hanging at Turner's Royal Farms, which hey, I don't be hanging. Ain't no Royal Farms in Turner's. That's how much you know. Now, how about that?
Yeah, and I mean,
shout out to Landon.
You look at Trent Simpson. I mean, they drafted this guy in the 3rd round.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really even see him, making a whole lot impact on the team. You look at, again, I'm not happy with Rosengarten's play this year. I don't know, man. I'm starting to question, some of the drafts. We love Zay. Zay was a nice draft pick. Who was this past year? The Ravens' 1st round pick was who?
The safety or the defensive back from
right.
Man, where's he from?
They had Starks. Did they have 2 first round picks? Oh, Green. No, Green was the 2nd round.
Let me put on my other glasses so I can read. Got my Fred Sanford drawer over here with all the glasses in. Let me see. So Malachi Starks was
His first
First
one.
round draft pick. Let me see. D1. Who else was a defensive draft pick?
They had Mike Green, second round, right?
Mike Green, he's a linebacker.
He was the edge rusher, second
Yep.
round.
He was the second round in 25. Yep.
Okay, well they got Teddy Buchanan, Emory Jones, Tyler Luke, LeJontay Wester. I don't know, man, and I think having a lot of times the Ravens and DaCosta goes into a lot of these drafts with a lot of picks.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of picks. They have they get these extra picks and they wind up bringing in all these players when I don't even know if they have room for all these guys to even make the team.
Right.
I'm thinking that maybe some of these picks that they get, they can trade them and maybe get a higher pick or bring somebody in. I don't know. I'm not having a whole bunch of picks and 6 round picks and stuff like that. That don't really turn me on that much. I just hope these draft picks. I don't know, man. You get Emory Jones on the 3rd round, and he came in saying that he was a strong run blocker and protector. That's what the word was about the guy. He'd been down there in LSU playing in that league, and I know he was injured, but man, with this poor offensive line play, you would think that this guy would be in there being able to get some time. But when you think about this last draft, Malachi Starks, Mike Green, Buchanan, Luke, Wester, all those guys are technically starters.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of young guys out there starting. I don't know. What's your thoughts on Mike Green's season so far?
He made a couple plays. You seen him make a couple plays. Looked like he was starting to come on.
Yeah,
a little bit, but then you haven't heard him call his name the last couple of weeks.
Exactly. Yeah.
So again, man, I don't know if it's a scheme issue or he just not making plays. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, man. He and he's young. We know he's a rookie, and sometimes I see him, trying to get in there. He looked rather small going up against some of them big linemen. Sometimes, Starks, you could kind of say the same thing about Starks. He was real quiet, and then he started coming on, making plays, and then he got a little quiet. And not to say that, if Starks' name is not being called that much, it's not. We're not saying he's going bad or good. We're just saying his name is not being called that much. I don't know, man. I'm just when you come off of 2 losses like the Ravens have, it starts to make you question a lot of things, and I'm questioning DaCosta.
Yeah. And they're in a position where you have to question everything. Everything is on the table.
Yeah.
With a team and an organization whose expectations was high. The expectation level was high. Everything has to be put on the table.
Yeah.
At this point. Now, again, with some of the pieces that they have, this is not a gut and rehab. This is not a gut it out.
No.
And rehab type of situation. You have some really workable pieces. You just have to put things around those pieces to enhance what you have. Again, the drafting in the offensive line has been a hole. And like you say, you've let some guys go that were serviceable guys. and you let them walk or let them get away or trade them away or whatever the case may be, and the replacements haven't stepped up. It used to be that next man up thing was the thing they always talked about with the Ravens. But that's not the case.
Right.
That's not the case, man, because these guys haven't stepped up. They haven't filled those shoes. They haven't done what was necessary or what was needed for the team to continue on the path that they were on. And so now everything gonna come into question. People gonna talk about Lamar. They're gonna talk about his salary. They're gonna talk about his play. You're gonna talk about the plays he's not making. You're gonna talk about all of that. You're gonna talk about utilization of Derrick Henry or lack of in certain situations. You're gonna talk about how he's being used. If we're not running the ball enough. I've seen some people say that the other running back should get more carries. I've seen somebody say he should be the starter. 34.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe that. He hurt again?
He got hurt in the game.
Yeah, and that's his issue.
Right.
He can't stay out the training room. And again, Todd Monken, was praised, for his play calling. But when things ain't going right, everything come into question.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And again, from a coaching perspective, right? From a coach's perspective, the coaches spend more time with these players, and they know these players much more than us fans do. And so, again, man, when you're a coach and you're looking at that squad and you're looking at the pieces that you have and you're looking at that play sheet, with the personnel you have, that certain things just ain't going to work. And they know that before we know it. You know what I'm saying? And that's maybe why we don't see some of the play calling that we think should be happening with the offense. I think sometimes, man, as fans, we get into Madden zone where we feel like, you just put your plays in and you got a little remote, man, and you can make it happen. These are human beings that's playing these games. And the other team is trying to, and let's not ever lose sight of the other team is trying. So they're not out there to let the Ravens just do what they do and let Lamar rip and run all over them and, let Derrick Henry go for 300 yards. And they're not out there for that. They are trying to stop. They're trying to win these games too.
Yeah.
But from a coaching perspective, this sometimes take your Keaton Mitchell, take your fan glasses off, right? Because in the fans' eyes, your team is the best team in the league all the time. We watch our team more than we watch any other team. We feel like we know our personnel better than any other team's personnel. But I'm telling you, man, from a coaching perspective, the coaches in this is working out with these guys every day. They know who can do what. And it's not even about who can do, it's who do they trust. Who do I trust to get the job done? Right? And so Falele is now getting in the crosshairs of the national media. We've been talking about him here for 2 years. Right? Now the national media start to talk about him. So that means that, again, he is at the scene of the crime way more than he needs to be, because his name is coming up now in conversations outside of Baltimore with what one of the problems is on this offensive line, and so you getting the media coverage for the wrong reasons. You being talked about for the wrong reasons, man. And so if the national media and we talk about that, what do you think the coach is talking about?
Oh, yeah.
And they saying, we got to put this guy back out there. And I'm positive that they probably trying to scheme up ways to hide him or to send the action away from him so that, you can kind of hide him a little bit, hide him and hide his deficiencies. Right. But again, man, the other team is trying as well. You know, and again, man, the offensive line has been a problem this entire season. You know, just think about some of the ways we lost games. And let me not say we. The Ravens have lost games. I don't want to act like I'm on the team or something. You know, but think of some of the ways we lost games, like with the Derrick Henry fumbles early on in the season. Right? Derrick Henry, that never fumbles the ball, had 2 crucial fumbles early in the season. Lose both of those games. You know, Lamar not been spectacular. You know, he's a 2-time MVP. We know what he is and what he can be. Right? Keaton Mitchell, who was trying to find the form that he showed when he first busted on the scene a few years ago. Right? Zay Flowers has had key fumbles, you know, trying to make plays. Right? Mark Andrews hasn't been the Mark Andrews of old. Solid, but he hasn't been the Andrews of old. Likely, you know, back-to-back games, fumbles or drop passes in touchdown situations. You know what I'm saying? So you look at, and these are key players. These are guys that are very highly thought of. Not only thought of, but these are highly utilized guys.
Yeah.
You know, these are big play guys in our offense.
That other receiver, number 7.
Bateman
Bateman
has some drops. You know, I don't think that they're using the free agent receiver they brought in this year.
Yeah.
The veteran.
Right, number 10.
Number 10. I apologize for not knowing the names, man. DeAndre Hopkins. I'm sorry. I apologize, man. It's bad. That's bad on me that I don't know the names. But again, man, I don't think he's getting utilized the way that he should be.
Yeah.
You know, again, it all starts and ends with the offensive defensive lines. And I've been saying that. I've been saying that since week 1. You know, and I didn't, even in the summertime, I didn't think the Ravens did enough to address the old and defensive lines coming into this season. That was like my biggest pet peeve, is that you have to address that every year. I think those positions have to be addressed yearly. You know what I'm saying? Because when you move in pieces, you got to replace those pieces. You know what I'm saying? And the games are won and lost in the trenches. Championships are won and lost in those trenches, man. The team that takes care of their quarterback the best has the best chance to win games. You know, and organizations that prioritize their offensive and defensive lines understand what it takes to win and lose games. One thing that I always respected about Belichick up in New England was he knew when to say when. You know, he never held on to players, and usually skilled players, longer than he needed to. And he would let them go when they were still productive. But when that price tag got too high, he moved on. But he took care of the offensive and defensive line. You know, Tom Brady, for love him or hate him, but he took care of Tom Brady. He made sure Brady was good. You know what I'm saying? He protected him, protected that investment. You know, and you know, that's one thing that when Ravens had offensive lines that were good, quarterback play was subpar. You know, you think about the years we had Jonathan Ogden as the anchor. Who was the best quarterback he ever played behind or played in front of? you see what I'm saying? Who was the best quarterback? Because think about it. When Flacco came, he retired. He retired when they let Brian Billick go. Ogden said enough. And I remember him saying he didn't want to have to start over with a new coach. He was too old. He felt like I don't have it in me to start fresh with a brand new coach. And he retired. So he never even played with Flacco. But think of the quarterbacks that he had to protect. And he talking about a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Right.
You know, he's a perennial All-Pro every year, one of the top linemen in the NFL every year that he was in the league, pretty much. And who was he protecting? I mean, he had a litany of quarterbacks, man. Name them. You know what I mean? It's almost as bad as the list that's in Cleveland right now. The number of quarterbacks he had.
Yeah.
You know, he had Jamal Lewis for a couple years. Jamal Lewis had the 2,000-yard rushing season. J.O. was a big part of that. But, I mean, we're talking about, you know, when we had decent offensive lines, you know, Flacco had some good lines in front of him. You know, LeBar in the first couple of years had some good lines in front of him. But where was the priority?
He blocked for we know Testaverde started out, but Jim Harbaugh quarterback for the Ravens.
Right.
Remember back that far?
Right.
Tony Banks and Trent Dilfer and them guys.
Eric Zaire and
you
know, Stoney Case.
You know what
I'm saying?
And you don't want to say it, but I'm gonna let you say it. I ain't even gonna say it.
God, don't do this, man.
I ain't even gonna say it. I'm gonna let you say this one. Yeah.
He talking about Brian Billick's son.
Brian's golden boy. Yeah.
Brian's golden boy. Oh, Kyle Bowler.
Kyle
Bowler, man.
Yeah,
back then when we had a defense, we could win games with field goals. How about that? We definitely couldn't win games with field goals now because he probably miss them.
Yeah, probably miss him, man.
Damn Luke.
So now, man, I be wondering, you know, he make them field goals, you know, they be yelling out Luke, you know, he missed the extra point, man. You know, you can't tell. He probably still thinking they saying Luke. Right. They booing his ass.
Yeah. Maybe you think Tucker take him to one of them spots?
Yeah, maybe he ain't going to the right. He ain't going to the right parlor. Gotta get Luke going to the right parlor because wherever Justin Tucker was going, it was working for him.
So you said it wasn't just the chicken.
It just wasn't the chicken. He probably came in there with chicken for everybody at the parlor.
Oh, so he had people thinking it was just the chicken.
Yeah, man, massaging and chicken and potato wedges, man. They was doing it up in there. You need to take Luke, man, to that spot. Man, boy.
Yeah. You know, let me stop, man. Maybe Justin will take him hoping that he can get his job back. You know, Justin will take him and have one of them girls call the Ravens. Hey, your kicker's here.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I tell you, man. You know, the sexual freak offs, P. Diddy, you know, all in the news, and you know, Tucker still trying to get his job back. I don't know what homeboy up there, Deshaun Watson, doing up there in Cleveland. I don't know, you know, but this you know, this freak off stuff, man, and baby oil and massages, man. I mean, it's just off the hook, man. You talking about people with money who can pretty much buy what they want.
Wait a minute.
I don't get it.
Wait a minute.
I don't get it.
Wait a minute. You threw me off. You threw me off. Wait a minute.
Yeah, what the hell is going on?
Wait. Oh, I'm trying to get myself together. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hey, we were talking about Justin Tucker, and you talk about you threw P. Diddy.
Hey, man, they all in the same boat. I bet they ain't brought his name out yet, but I think Justin Tucker was at some of them freak offs.
Yo, you said the freak off, the baby oil. I was like, whoa,
Right.
whoa. The flag on the play, time out.
Time out.
Oh, my head is hurting.
It's getting out of hand.
Oh, yo, my head is hurting. The freak offs.
It is out of hand.
Yo, man, I got tears in my eyes. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Yo, you got me with that one.
Yeah, man. It is crazy.
Oh, man, they all at the freak offs, huh?
Yeah, man, this freak off thing, man. You know, I mean, I know Diddy been throwing his, but you know, other people throwing their little freak offs. You know, then they come game day, man. You know, they come out there thinking they Superman until they get caught. Then it's a different story. That's Justin Tucker's little ass up in there. Feeding people chicken wings and shit so he can have a happy ending. Man, this stuff is getting ridiculous.
He had the freak offs. He had the freak offs. Handing out chicken.
Handing out chicken.
Handing out chicken and potato wedges.
Potato wedges, man. Come on.
Oh, Diddy throwing out the baby oil.
Yeah, Diddy.
Man. Oh man, man, my head is hurting.
Yeah. Did you see his documentary?
Nah, I ain't seen that.
Okay.
I don't think I'm ready for that either.
No.
Oh shit.
What is that?
Hey yo. My head is hurting. Oh, my
Oh boy.
Oh man.
You know, we went like 2 or 3 weeks without landing.
Yeah, he making up for it.
You know, he making up for it for sure.
Oh
Sure.
man.
Getting his freak on.
Oh man. Oh
yeah.
Man. I apologize for the laughter. Yo, my head is hurting. My head is hurting. You threw me off with that.
Yeah. I threw a little mix in there.
Yeah. Yeah, with baby oil on it.
With some baby oil on it. I tried to lubricate that train wreck mix I put in there, right? It was not like a train wreck.
My man said the freak offs. He threw me way off with that. We talking about Tucker and Luke.
Diddy.
Man, they had the freak offs together.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Deshaun Watson. Yeah, man. A couple other names up in there too, man.
Yeah, they all in there freaking.
Yeah.
Getting it in.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. That was good. I needed that laugh.
Yeah, especially with these last couple losses, man. Playoffs, Ravens playoff chances, man, is not looking that great. It's not saying that it's over, but they got some tough teams to play here. I think if we went out, they keep saying if we went out, we in.
Is that what they saying?
Yeah, well, that means we went out. That means we're gonna beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And win the other games, and we're good regardless of what Pittsburgh does. But Pittsburgh is not a good team.
No.
They won the game, but Pittsburgh is not a good team. They've been struggling all this year. They got some help in this game. They got some referee calls, and the Ravens didn't play well. So I hope the Steelers fans aren't overly excited about the win, because they're not playing good football, and they weren't playing a team that was playing good football this past week. So I still think the Steelers are going to lose some more games this year. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know what their schedule is, but.
Yeah, I don't either. All I know is they play us one more time.
They play us.
But they, and did you see, I posted in our little chat, I ran across two groups on Facebook to fire Mike Tomlin.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah, man. It's big news, man. I've been looking at some of the Pittsburgh folks, and they were basically in that last game. There was a big chorus from the fans.
Yeah.
Raymond, fire Tomlin. And oh boy,
it's a good possibility he did see you on that team.
It's possible.
He was in Howard University around that time.
Yeah, he was over there at Howard. That's a good point.
Damn.
He was Sean Combs then.
Yeah. He was Sean Combs then. That was before he might have been Puff. He might have been Puff Daddy.
Yeah, he might.
And he even had about 17 name changes.
Right. So right now, what our record is? What 6 and 7?
Yeah.
And there's 4 more games left.
Yep.
They play the Dolphins. The Steelers do. They play the Dolphins Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
Then they play the Lions.
Mm.
And then they play the Browns, and then they play the Ravens.
And all those are tough games.
Yeah.
The Dolphins on a little winning streak.
Yeah. So Steelers got a tough record. They could very well, lose 2-3 of those games.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, we definitely gonna see. It's the home stretch. The division is up for grabs still. We'll see how it plays out. Again, I'm not overly impressed or confident in the Ravens' prospects for the remainder of this season. I'm just not. I'm not overly confident that they can finish the season out strong to get into the playoffs. They may get in, but I don't expect much if they get in. And but then getting in is part of it. If you get to the dance, anything can happen. Again, we talk about the 2012 Ravens where they backed into the playoffs, and then Joe Flacco turned into Joe Montana, and rest is history.
You're right.
And he's still getting jobs based off of that. So speaking of people getting jobs, did you see that the Colts brought in goddamn Phillip Rivers?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that.
Phillip Rivers is 44 years old. He hasn't played since 2021,
Wow.
22. And you bring him off and Phillip Rivers, man, maybe he need a couple of dollars. You know, he got about 17 kids or something.
Yeah.
He got Joe Flacco beat. You know, Phillip Rivers is maybe he need a couple of dollars. I don't know. So Dean, you should bring back the Soul City Walking. That fan dance made loot.
When I landed.
You know, once this dude gets started,
Right.
he don't seem to want to stop.
Tough to stop him.
And he'll throw in a take like this. You know, Rodgers giving old QBs a chance, but just know that something coming behind that gonna have nothing to do with sports at all.
Right.
Just know that. You know, but yeah, man, Phillip Rivers got a trial. I don't know what happened with that, but I was amazed. Like, this dude, 44 years old, and he's still getting opportunity. Well, that one opportunity anyway, and really, you know, it's the Colts. The Colts having a good season. Daniel Jones goes out. He's done for the season, and so the Colts have an opportunity to make a run. So I guess they want to get the best possible quarterback available to do that. You know, hey, better them than me. I wouldn't want to have to make that decision.
That other kid is done too for them, Richardson. For the Colts quarterback.
Yeah, I think they just done with him.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just done with him. You know, I mean, his fate was sealed when he told him he was tired. You know, last year that game, he pulled himself out the game because he said he was tired.
Yeah. I
like the honesty, young fella, but come on, man. You are starting quarterback in NFL. It ain't no getting tired, man.
Right.
You go out there and you play through that. You know. And I'll be surprised if anybody else gave him an opportunity based on that. He may end up in the CFL or one of them other leagues. You know, one of them other leagues that's the AFL or whatever they call them. He may end up over there. You know. But, man, you know, Shador played well. You know, he again proving that he's not he should have been a round 1 or 2 at the least draft pick, which affected his money. I looked up his contract status. He did get a 4-year deal. So he is under contract with the Cleveland Browns for 3 more seasons after this one. You got him at a good price.
Yeah,
you know, definitely got him at a bargain price. I think his total contract was like $4 million, 4 years and 4-point-something million. He got like I want to say like a $500,000 or $700,000 signing bonus. You know, and I think his cap numbers maybe like $800,000 a year, something like that. So they got him at a bonus at a bargain for the next couple of years if he's the one they want to build around. But the first thing need to happen in Cleveland is they got to fire the coach.
Yeah,
because it's clear that he had an issue with Shador. I think the first issue was he didn't want him in the first place. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want him there in the first place. And he was going to do, you right, Landon. He probably made more money. He definitely made more money in college. I think that's already been, they already have said that.
Yeah.
He took a pay cut coming to Cleveland. You know, funny we say that kind of stuff now because it's legal.
Right.
That used to be a joke a few years ago.
Wasn't it?
You know, and he probably took a pay cut coming to the league. But now that's real stuff. You know. But I just look at this thing, man. You know, like I say with the Ravens, man, it's a bad football team. You know, they got to finish out this season. And I'm pulling for wins every week. You know, I'm not one that's hoping they tank the season out, man. Go get W's every week. I want to see them play good football. You know, they got Cincinnati this week in Cincinnati, so it's going to be a tough game. You know, it's going to be tough, man. Cincinnati going to definitely coming out to play. Burrow has got something to prove. You know, you got people saying, well, he should have just sat out the rest of the year and just come back strong for next year. But he's a competitor, man. You know, and that's the thing. What I'm saying, like to these fans that be talking about tank, you know, tank the seasons out, man. These guys got pride, man. These dudes, man. Not only do they get paid, but these dudes want to win. You know, they competitors, man. Have you ever been competitive in anything and just said, you know, I'm gonna sit out this week? No, man, that's not real competitors. Real competitors gonna get out there, win, lose, or draw.
Yeah, we know Joe, man. That guy lived to play.
Yeah.
We done seen enough of that guy to know what he's all about. Joe Burrow is not sitting out.
Look at Myles Garrett up there in Cleveland. This dude ball out every week.
Right.
And he's in Cleveland, where he might go to the game knowing, and if I don't make something happen, we're going to lose. You know, he going in there with the Ray Lewis mentality. We got to win the game. You know, we got to win the game on this side of the ball. You know. So, yeah, these guys are competitors, man. They're not coming out here and they just rolling over and you know, trying to collect a paycheck, man. Nah, these dudes are trying to win games, man. They play the game. It's a kid's game. This is a game they play since they were children. And you got an opportunity to play. You go and you play. And you play hard. You know. So again, man, I'm not one of these tank the season guys and rush your starters and Lamar shouldn't play another game and all. No, sir. No, sir. Put them dudes out there, man. You play and you try to win these games. That's why they're here. Owe got 5 sacks with the Chargers. Yeah. You know. Chargers got a big win last night, too. Overtime beat Philly. Philly then took some L's this year.
Yep.
You know, the Philly fans been a little quiet here late. You know. They've been a little quiet. I tell you, when I was on the cruise, well, we had 2 Philly games, and they lost both of them. And there was a lot of Eagles fans on that ship. And they were real dejected after them losses too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, they ain't want to party or nothing afterwards. I'm going back to the room. Yeah, they ain't want to talk to nobody after they was losing the game. They out there in the middle of the Atlantic. Ain't nowhere to go. So I can't even leave. Like, no, you stuck on this thing, buddy. You know, maybe next week.
Yeah.
You know, but the Ravens lost 2 games when I was on the boat too. So let me not talk.
Yeah.
You know, let me not act like we was winning. You do that.
You got to see Cooper Rush play, didn't you?
Yeah. You know what? He was the quarterback one of them weeks. Well,
yeah.
Was it both weeks?
I think you had him both weeks.
I know the one week he looked awful.
Yeah.
That was against the Rams.
Yeah, then they did replace him late in the game with Huntley.
Yeah.
In that Rams game.
Yeah. Well, which one was the worst? Well, Houston was the worst one, right?
Houston was the worst.
Yeah, Houston was just the
yeah.
Oh,
like 44-10 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah. That was bad. Yeah, that was bad. That was real bad.
Yeah. He was up in the end zone doing the Ray Lewis dance.
Oh man, yeah, they were just real disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one when I went out and did a video immediately that said my man's locker room his office should have been cleaned out that night. Zach Orr.
Zach should have been done after that one.
I think I did that video at halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember leaving out that bar at halftime and say, hey, clean his locker room, his office out tonight. You know what I'm saying? He need to go. How we take somebody the Cowboys let go? Who was that, Len? Who we got from the Cowboys? You gotta help me out with that one. I don't remember that. But yeah, I feel better now. I'm in a much better mood. You know, I was in a good mood this morning, man. I on my way to work.
Yeah, man.
You know, I had to Cooper Rush. Yeah, you're right. See, that's how much I forgot, man. I was just trying to forget that he was even here.
Yeah,
Is he still on the team? Did they cut him yet?
Thanks. Yeah.
Is he like the 5th string quarterback now?
Well, he definitely ain't second string no more.
Yeah. You know, on my way to work, you know, I was in a good mood this morning. The game was kind of out of my system. I knew I had to talk about it tonight.
Yeah.
You know, so I had to get myself right, you know, on my drive to work this morning, you know, and I threw in some Jackson 5 Christmas music.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Little Michael in the Jackson 5, you know.
That's right.
And I said, yeah, I'm going to put my Santa Claus hat on at night. And I'm in the mood, man. You know, listening to, you know, Jermaine. Jermaine sang the lead on a couple of them songs, man.
Hell yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And yourself.
And yourself.
I ain't going to do it to you. I ain't going to do it.
He did it, though. Jermaine killed it, too.
He killed it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Let your heart be like. Go ahead, Jermaine.
Yeah, Jermaine did it.
I ain't going to sing to him, though. I ain't gonna sing. I had people all in my inbox. Man, I ain't know you can sing. Yeah, I had to listen to some J5 on the way to work.
Yeah, man, that'll do it, man.
And it was cold enough because it was freezing this morning.
Yeah,
you know, it shouldn't be that cold nowhere on earth at no time. I'm just not a fan of cold weather, man. I thought this is unfair. And then, you know, this is the time when I say, now I need the damn automatic starter.
Right.
I gotta sit the car, let the car heat up, let the windows get defrosted and all that foolishness, man. I said, man, I need the damn automatic start. I could have hit that button, and by the time I got in the car would have been nice and toasty. Oh man, it just should not be. It should not be cold like this anywhere where human beings live. It just shouldn't be.
Your boy Landon got issues, man. No, man, he needs some help.
I don't pay that dude no mind. And this is a guy that I work with.
Right.
This is a guy that I actually work with. So, you know, I don't want to talk about his work habits. I'm not going to do that. You know, they go ahead and get the Jermaine hairstyle. No, sir. No, sir. And I definitely ain't doing that one. And he needs to stop too.
Was that you who sent that picture?
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to stop.
Yeah.
I don't know. I put a call out for all fans of Jackson 5 and the Jackson family to take part in this intervention for Jermaine Jackson. That need to stop.
I don't know what he's
Jermaine
doing,
needs
man.
to stop, man.
It looked like it's painted, shellacked or something on the side.
I don't know what he got going on.
I don't know, man.
I don't know what Jermaine got going on, man.
Yeah. And they royalty to me, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they royalty, man. But damn, Jermaine.
This dude, man. This dude just don't stop, man. I guess leaving wrapped in that AB warmness hurts going outside. And go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
AB.
You know. Jackson 5 always put me in a good mood.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is that when it comes to Christmas time, I mean, you know, Christmas is about the children, and the Jackson 5 were youthful.
Yeah,
Michael was at his, you know, young best, and those songs that he sang, man, was really just perfect for kids growing up.
Yeah,
even today, when the kids hear the Jackson 5 Christmas songs,
Yep.
They are really, kind of applicable to the season, man, with the young voices.
Absolutely.
Great Christmas song.
Absolutely, man. So for me, there's a couple. We talking Christmas now. And again, my kids are grown, so Christmas ain't the same. We don't have the same energy around the house for Christmas time. Just because they all, my kids are all adults now, so adult age anyway. And so sometimes, man, for me, the spirit, I'm not a big Christmas guy anyway, but it was always about family. Sometimes, and music is big for me. So, we talked about music. So I get that feeling like today, as I was driving, I'm listening to that music, and it just kind of took me back, to kind of being around my family, my grandparents, when I was a younger kid, just me and my friends, some of the things, some of our Christmas traditions, or not so much tradition, but things we used to do as kids, man. Christmas morning was always big. You and your friends kind of comparing what you got, and you saying the new bike or the new whatever, outside, and it's freezing cold outside, and none of that matter because it's Christmas,
right?
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. I know it's coming. And Dean, I'm sure you can speak to this.
The love you say. Mama's
Spoken like a true fan.
Landon was a true fan. Boy, he dropped Mama's Pearl.
He dropped Mama's Pearl on you. He was a fan.
He was a fan.
Yeah, he was a fan. Yeah. Only real fans know that one.
Only new real fans know that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me and Landon lived the J5 from day one.
Yeah.
So you got people who are a certain age, man. They didn't watch the whole career, of the J5 of the Jackson 5 and the Jacksons and yeah, we know them songs, man. We know them songs. That Christmas album was iconic.
Indeed.
And we know the rest is history with them guys. They're royalty.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they are royalty,
Absolutely.
man. And you're right, man. That music, man. I mean, because Christmas, I mean, whatever folks think about it, sometimes you grow up and you get into the history of what Christmas means and where it came from, and it may have some negative connotations associated with it, but like you mentioned, it's just about the toys and the family and playing with your friends and and putting them skates on and being out there in the streets in the frigid cold and all those kind of things, So if as you grow older, and there's a time where I wasn't dealing with Christmas at all,
Right.
But just understanding the fact of family getting together and having a good time and children being excited and stuff like that, to me, you just can't deny that when we did have some great memories, and the Christmas music is some great music.
Yeah.
So many renditions of certain songs, and I'm a big fan of the Whispers Christmas music. Obviously, the Jackson 5 was huge growing up for me. But there's some great songs out there, and those memories, man, there's some heavy memories, man. Heavy memories.
Yep. Absolutely, man. And like you say, Christmas
5, that's right.
Christmas has gotten, the holiday itself has gotten to be more of a commercial thing.
Yeah.
And again, man, so you can lose sight of the family time, spending time with your family, that part of it. Again, which was always the highlight for me. Yeah, you like the gifts and all the little things that came with it. But as an adult, when I think back, most of the memories rely on this family being together.
Yeah.
you know, I remember, like I say, my grandmother's house. I just remember people randomly stopping by that week. You know how when you out of school that week between Christmas and New Year's, and I mean, it seemed like that whole week. You know, and I didn't even really thinking that they had jobs. These people worked. My grandmother and them worked, but people was randomly stopping by. You know, in the evenings, and it was always food, and it was always drinks, and it was always just laughter and good times, man. And, you know, that part of it is what kind of stands out to me. You know, the good times, man. You know, the gifts and all that stuff is one thing, but you know, just the family and the friends and the neighbors. The neighbors were different. You know, all the neighbors kind of, you know, had relationships, and you know, they would talk, and you know, neighborhoods now are just not like neighborhoods we grew up in. You know, and you know, we start to sound like the old men in the room, get off my lawn, you know, that type of stuff. But when you grew up a certain way, you know, when neighbors were actually neighbors.
Yeah.
Knew your neighbors, and
yeah.
You know, you could go borrow a cup of sugar, you know what I'm saying, or a stick of butter.
Right. That was normal.
Or get a plate.
Yeah, it was normal. That was normal back then.
That's how it was, man.
I ain't eating shit from my neighbors now.
Right.
Hell no.
Right. Right.
I barely know them.
I barely know them. Yeah, and that's real.
But you know, but that part of it really makes the season, that Christmas season, so powerful. Is that connection with family and your grandparents and your parents and toys and aunts and people coming over, that as the Christmases continue and they're not here anymore, some of them are not here, but during that time, it really makes you think about them.
Yep.
Because of how you know, how great those Christmases were, and you know, they were there participating and all of that. So during that time of the year, you know, a lot of people get in their feelings on, you know, maybe their parents are not here anymore, or you know, losing a loved one, because Christmas time has always been that time of getting together and people really sharing a lot of love, putting together. It's amazing how some people can put to the side issues during that season, but you know, when January 4th, 5th, or 6th come around, they back at your ass again, you know, with that foolishness.
Yeah.
But yeah, Christmas is powerful.
Yeah. And for me, you know, Christmas took on a new meaning. You know, my grandfather passed away on Christmas Day a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? And probably the toughest Christmas that I've had in life. You know, because we knew that his time was short. We knew time was short for him. You know, you just didn't know when, right? And for it to happen that day was just past midnight on that, you know, Christmas, after Christmas Eve. But as always, his death date is 12/25, 12/25/97. You know, and it was tough for a couple of years after that, and sometimes it would hit me before I even realized that it was getting close to that date. You know, I just kind of get into this funk, and then I look up and like, damn, it's almost Christmas. You know, and that, you know, that kind of. So it took me a couple of years to kind of get it to where it wasn't really had that kind of effect on me, because you know, of course, you miss them. You know what I'm saying? And he's a big part of my childhood, big part of my upbringing. You know, and for him to go, and then to go on that day, the day that you get to get with family and be with friends, and you know, it was tough for a couple of years. But
yeah, that had to be a strange Christmas, man.
Yeah,
the emotions, the first one for sure. Yeah,
that day for sure was tough.
Wow.
You know, because you getting visitors for Christmas, but you're getting visitors to send condolences as well.
Yeah.
On Christmas Day. You
know, that had to be strange.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. And then, you know, he was person who had an impact in the community, you know, with the cleaners and all that stuff. So it was a lot of people, you know, just showing respect and paying condolences. So it just made it tougher, you know what I'm saying? So, but you know, again, I had to redefine.
Was that your father's father?
That's my mother's father.
Your mother's father, okay.
Yep, my mother's father, yep. And right on cue, you know. No offense to Jehovah's Witness. Oh boy. Oh, this dude, man. This dude don't miss, man.
Yeah, I second Kenny. No disrespect to the witnesses, man. This boy Landon, man.
Man. Oh my goodness. Man. Killer Rob, TS for life, my brother. Always.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, Killer Rob.
Know. Hey, but you know, it's the season to be jolly. You know, regardless of what the Ravens doing on Sundays. You know, man, I tell you, man, like I say, I'm not like big on the Christmas, the commercialism of Christmas and all that stuff. I enjoy time with my family. You know, I enjoy time with my friends. You know, my kids. That's what it's about for me. I don't really get caught up in, like, say, the commercial aspect of it. And I like to say, you know, the music, man. Some of that music, man, it's just good for the spirit.
Timeless, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I put on the Jackson 5 this morning, and I don't know. I just kind of was thinking about it. I said, let me put some Jackson 5 on my way to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to hear a couple songs on my way. And even on the way home, I put it back on.
Yeah.
On my way to basketball practice. I left from work, went to basketball practice. I put it on. And it just got me, you know, feeling good, man. I felt good about, you know, coming on here tonight because I knew I had to talk about this debacle Sunday, the last two debacles.
Right.
You know, didn't get to enjoy Thanksgiving. You know, the turkey just didn't taste good at night. And well, I didn't even have turkey this year, but
they messed that up.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, the Ravens messed that up, man.
Yeah, so it's again, man, it's December. We ready to wrap up 2025. You know, 2026 is going to be a new exciting year here at the Sports Mix. You know, just trying to take things to the next level, doing some things business-wise with the Sports Mix. So just like I say, just trying to get it going in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? So people that support the show, appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all hitting that subscribe button on YouTube, and make sure you are following the Facebook and Instagram pages. You know, hit me up on the socials, man, getting interactive with me. You know, man, 2026, man, we're going to take the show on the road, man. You know, do some things out in the community. You know, get some shows going outside somewhere, man, and have some real fun with it. You know, I was just talking to a friend of mine yesterday about, you know, I've never been to Madison Square Garden. So it's like a bucket list thing for me to see a game up there at the Garden. And I don't know if it's going to be the Knicks or maybe a St. John's or Georgetown. I don't know. But I'd like to see a basketball game up there at the Garden. So, you know, I'm going to put that on my radar as something to do. You know, and again, man, we winding down the football season too. Just got to think of, you know, some topics that I want to talk about outside of football, outside of the Ravens. You know, some things that we can throw around here on the show, and you know, maybe bring up a couple other guests to kind of have a little debate just a little interesting conversation going. You know, because we can't talk football all the time. You know what I'm saying? And the way the Ravens playing, I don't even want to talk about no more football. You know what I'm saying?
They've been kind of difficult to watch this year.
Yeah. So he said, to be politically correct, you should say on your way to your job, not work.
Man, shout out to Baltimore's very own Derek Queen, man. Yesterday, man, he had a triple-double, man.
Man.
He dropped
in
33 minutes. He had 33 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 4 blocks, 11 for 15 from the field, and that was against the San Antonio Spurs, Wemby and the crew.
DQ look real comfortable out there, don't
he? Yeah, man.
DQ look like he belong.
He doing some things, man. He doing some things.
Yeah, could he be the rookie of the year?
Yeah, he got to be in the running, I would think. You know, got a ways to go, so we'll see how he continues with the rest of this year. But I know the team has to be happy with his performance. Those Pelicans.
Yeah. I like Shorty, man.
Yeah.
He come with the goods, man. I mean, he can go. You know what I'm saying? He can go, man. He looks so smooth, man. Like he don't even look like he playing hard.
I know.
Like it just comes so easy to him. You know? And again, man, we you know, all the hype was on the kid from Duke. And he's playing pretty good.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
he's playing pretty good ball, but man, DQ, man, when a lot of people wasn't talking about DQ, you know, and like you say, he pulled out that triple-double last night, and I was impressed, man. I've been impressed by him just by the way he plays, because he looks so comfortable. He don't look rushed. He don't look like that the game is too big for him. You know, there was a lot of question about, was he athletic enough? Was he fast enough? You know, and I think he's answering all those questions, man. He plays his game. You know, he doesn't get caught up in the hype and what people saying about him or what they said about him. What was his so-called weaknesses supposed to be? And we know it's still early. This is rookie year.
Yeah,
he still got room to grow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he still got room to grow, man. He looked like the type player that's coachable. You know, he looked like somebody, man, that wants to get better. You know, and just imagine, man, you know, like there's always a learning curve once you go into a professional league. Once you level up, you know, from high school to college, there's a learning curve. From college to pro, there's a learning curve. You know, and he's on the fast track. You know, he's on the fast track, man, because he's going to become one of those ones. His name's going to start to be in the scouting report. You know, they're going to start to look to see. All right, now, you know, and again, he is a multi-dimensional. He's not just a scorer. You know what I'm saying? He's not a guy that can just do one thing. He can score it. He can rebound it. He can do good passes. You know what I'm saying? He sees the floor where he can push the ball up the floor. You know, he can run the break. You know what I'm saying? So his level of understanding his basketball IQ is very high. You know, very high, and he's just a rookie. You know what I'm saying?
Great court
coming to the league, and he's doing the things that he's doing, and he got a slow start because of the injury that he sustained in the summertime. So he didn't start the season right away. Wasn't able to go through the full training camp and all that. You know, but if he remains healthy over the next few years, man, DQ gonna be one of them ones in the league, man. You know, and he say, what did he say last year in the tournament? I'm from Baltimore.
Baltimore.
That's Baltimore, right. Baby.
All right. Exactly.
Yeah. He from Baltimore, man.
Yeah, he repping us real good, man. I love that. And he's the type of kid, man, that you just embrace, man. You love how he is. You love what he did at Maryland, and he's carrying it over to the league. So yeah, I'm with you on everything you said about this guy.
Yeah, DQ, man. And every time I see something, I post them in the group. You know, the DQ, because highlights of him every day. Something he's doing every day. He got some highlights, man. So, yeah, DQ. And I happen to didn't realize one of my homeboys is his cousin. So I'm gonna see if homeboy can pull some strings. You know what I mean? Pull some strings, man. Give me 10 minutes with DQ, man.
Right.
I ain't got him for a whole hour or something, man. Give me about 10, 15 minutes with DQ. You know, I pull up on him down DC or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, man. But yeah. So we ready to move on from this Pittsburgh foolishness.
Yeah.
Cincinnati back on the clock. So we'll see what happens Sunday with the Ravens, man. Are they going to come with the hood? They got another hole on the offensive line, so
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Keep the faith, y'all. Keep the faith. Trying to get into those playoffs. Keep the faith.
Yeah, got to stay prayed up. I'm praying. But keep the faith. Stay with the team, man. Don't give up on them. I know people are already selling tickets. And,
right.
How they do, man. I'm turning my season tickets in. I don't want to support this crap no more. And, what's that? They burning jerseys and selling the merchandise and repainting the what they call them rooms, the man cave.
Right.
They taking all the purple out the man cave and all that stuff. We going royal blue now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm an Orioles fan now. I'm going black and orange.
I don't know if that's a good choice either.
Yeah, you're right. The Orioles did move did they move the fence again this year?
I don't know, man. They trying to make some moves. I'm hearing they looking at trying to bring some pictures and stuff in.
Yeah, well, I know they were talking about Schwarber, Kyle Schwarber. He re-signed with Philly, so
he did resign.
Yeah, he re-signed 5 for $150. Yeah. So he ain't coming.
No.
It'd been nice to see him. I think he'd have hit a lot of home runs, hit that warehouse.
Oh yeah. He's a strong boy. That dude Schwarber.
You know what, man? I might have to block this dude, man. Might have to block this dude, man. They call me Satan's angel, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that to me, man.
Read that, man. I can't see it. Read that, Kenny.
He said, Dean, that's Satan's angel saying, stay prayed up. I used to like this guy, man.
That Landon boy is an important part of the sports mix, man. I think a lot of people tuning in just to see his comments.
I bet they are.
He got a fan club.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he do. Yeah. What the Landon Saunders fan club? Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel on YouTube, please.
Right.
I know y'all love your boy, but make sure y'all subscribe. Show me some love. He'll be here next week. He'll be here.
We missed him them couple of weeks. He didn't show up.
Yeah. He definitely was missed. But between now and next week, man, y'all stay away from them freak offs, man. Y'all stay out.
Yeah, man.
Baby all alone.
All that, man. Leave that baby all alone.
And the Roll Farms fried chicken too.
Yeah. That boy got all that foolishness, man.
And
Hater wedges, all that.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, just bypass it all.
Yeah, leave it alone during the holiday season. Man.
Stay away from the massage parlors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
need a massage, get your wife or your girlfriend to massage you.
Yeah, that's right.
Or your wife and your girlfriend, if you know.
Yeah, however you want to do
it like that.
Yeah,
because that's a thing now too.
Yeah,
these sister wives and all this stuff going on.
It's a whole lot going on these days.
Yeah. But with all that being said, I think it's time to wrap this puppy up. It's been an interesting flow for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'll say that. It has been an interesting flow, But we here, man. We here, man.
There it is.
Mm.
There it is.
Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Where's she at?
Where's she at?
Yes, indeed.
Mm. They call it the blues.
Yes, it is. Mm. I know they great flag me for this music. I had to do it. We got the blues now. The Ravens did it.
That's another thing about the holiday season, boy. You be thinking about that love that we done lost. People be all in their feelings.
All over. Dang, skip the beat.
Ain't that something?
I done had enough of this.
Lord,
time
have
to go.
mercy.
We'll see y'all next week.
Absolutely.
See y'all next week, man. After the Ravens win. We won't be singing the blues next week.
No.
But
Be something up tempo.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what we're looking forward to.
For sure. Peace, family. We out. We out.
OUT.